me, baby. Hey everyone, my fellow Philblunkers, like my Swifties, my Blankies, my Phil the Blankies. Oh, because I keep you warm. It's that time again, your favorite simulcast telecast. Smash the like button, subscription this. I love you. Give me some raids and emojis and give me some subs and I'm gonna hook you up and then I'll raid you over to this famous person and give me some likes and dislikes and subscribe and punch this and smash that and dink this and doink this and bell this and love this and eat this and lick this. It's season 1, episode 74 from July 27th, I want to say, 2023.
This for criticizing the Chinese government. We knew our free speech rights were being
Anderson
violated.
Cooper is guest
That's
hosting.
why we teamed up with the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. Fire launched a full-scale campaign. They talked to the media, sent letters to the school's president, and put billboards up around campus telling our story. That's what Fire does. They defend everyone's right to free speech. Join the fight to defend free speech at thefire.org.
Don't miss Fiesta del Sol,
July 27th through the 30th in Pilsen.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, a delicious fish dish courtesy of celebrity chef Michael Symon. Plus, push greetings from our staff and viewers as we continue live. Top teas of summer week. Also, journalist and news anchor Anderson Cooper joins Mark as the co-host staff. All next online. And now, here are Mark Consuelos and Anderson Cooper.
Good morning, Thursday, July 27th, 2023. Filling for Kelly today is Anderson Cooper. Did you ever think this would happen? We're sitting backstage. Really?
Yeah. I always thought you should be out here and you're killing it. You're doing such a great job.
So much. I appreciate that. Yeah. We go way back. I just thought we're sitting back. I'm like, this is so.
I know. I feel, but sitting here looking at us, I feel like I've been ravaged by time, and you look incredible. Yeah. You know what? The thing about I've discovered, you know this better, about having kids is the amount of time. Like, I mean, all I want to do is spend time with them.
Yes.
So I just stopped working out. So I literally I just started again because I'm like, all right, I got to get back into it. But I was carrying them around and I would get all these ailments that I didn't even know exist, like
tennis elbow,
baby elbow. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I would switch arms and then I got it on this arm. So then I was like walking around unable to use my arms.
But you had a shoulder situation once. You had your shoulder.
Yes, I'm like, yeah.
You had
I had a torn labrum.
And you walked
I'm
around.
genetically not I'm not meant to work out, I think. I think I come from a long line of layabouts. And so I think they just didn't have developed musculature.
Yeah.
So I went to the gym yesterday and like was training with the trainer. I got a trainer because I don't know what I'm doing. And he was like, all right, we should do quads. And I was like, I don't think I have quads. But
You have quads.
You're
in good shape. I know, but when the kids come, I feel bad because I still went to the gym. Kelly was there, but she got the biceps and the arms from the babies.
Yes, but it's the greatest thing. Although in my house this last 2 weeks, I must say we've had something of an emergency, which is my son Wyatt, who's about 3 and 3 months old. He lost his favorite toy. He lost the toy. A little bit a brown bear. And
what is it called? The
brown bear.
Brown bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not very creative, maybe, but it's
brown bear.
Little brown bear.
Brown bear.
Brown bear has been with him from the beginning. Somebody sent it to us early on. I smartly cut off the tag because I don't like tags, and Wyatt doesn't like tags either. So I don't know the manufacturer of brown bear, but I just wanted to show you in case anybody out there has found brown bear. This is brown bear.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like Snuffleupagus, the woolly mammoth.
He had his ears chewed off by Wyatt. He's been hugged so much that his fur is all matted.
Oh, Wyatt's the
somewhere
dog.
was lost between New York City and somewhere, maybe in Connecticut, unclear where.
Okay.
But if anybody happens to know who manufactures brown bear, I went online. I spent
The whole time, I thought he was talking about his son. I thought Wyatt was his son. And that he was... So when he said his ears were chewed off by Wyatt, I thought that his son, his 3.5-year-old son, was chewing off the ears. Which I still believe. I mean, I guess it could be the son. I think we're talking about a dog. But even if, I'll tell you what, even if you get the manufacturer that makes that brown bear and they give you a new one, it's not going to be the same to the dog because it's not going to be soaked with his saliva and slobber. It's not going to smell the same. You know, it's not going to have his juices in it. It's not going to smell like him. It's not going to be the same texture, you know. Now he might like it. I don't know. Don't quote me, but oh man.
emergency, which is my son Wyatt, who's
Your
about
son?
3 and 3 months old.
So your 3.5-year-old son
he lost his favorite
chewed
toy.
off.
He
Oh,
lost
I guess baby
the
food chew on
toy.
toys. Sure.
Yeah, a little bit a brown bear. And
What is it called? The
brown bear.
Brown bear.
Yeah. Right. Not very creative, maybe, but it's
brown bear.
Little brown bear.
Brown bear.
Brown bear has been with him from the beginning. Somebody sent it to us early on. I smartly cut off the tag because I don't like tags, and Wyatt doesn't like tags either. So I don't know the manufacturer of brown bear, but I just wanted to show you in case anybody out there has found brown bear. This is brown bear.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like Snuffleupagus, the woolly mammoth.
He had his ears chewed off by Wyatt. He's been hugged so much that his fur is all matted. Somewhere was lost between New York City and somewhere, maybe in Connecticut, unclear where.
Okay.
But if anybody happens to know who manufactures brown bear, I went online. I spent days online looking at through Google Images at every little brown bear. I Googled small brown bear, little brown bear,
medium-sized
big brown bear. I have looked at thousands of brown bears.
Nothing.
Can't find it. This is the closest I came.
Yeah, he's not.
But
gonna
that's.
like that.
I don't think that's him.
He's not going to go for that. You know, when Joaquin, I hope you.
But it's hard.
Is he
But
upset
it's
about
hard to really give a proper ID.
Maybe because it's not a bear. Maybe it's Alex. It's an alien
Like the police department when I spoke to them about this. No, I didn't. I didn't waste police resources on this. But because of the fur so matted, it's hard to know what he originally looked like, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, listen.
And by the way, even if I was able to get a new one, I would have to chew on the ears and like mat it, which I'm totally willing to do.
Listen,
It looks like
our viewers out there, if
the
you have
bear that
anything,
you found.
please write in. We need to get Wyatt his brown bear back. Is he upset about it?
He's upset about it. You know, literally this morning when I went to get him, as he has done every morning for the last 2 weeks, his first thing he says is, "Where's Brown Bear?"
Oh,
I know.
Oh, you're done, dude. You're done. You know,
I'm like, I don't know.
Joaquin had a couple goldfish that we had. He had a couple goldfish,
Right.
and they were called Bruce and Brian.
Really? That's our friends.
Yeah, and we may have lost one of them
Uh-huh.
in the middle of the night.
But those,
No, but he went to school. We came back, and
you found them.
we found them again.
Perfect.
They came
Yes,
back in,
that's
and
great.
he had recently gone to the fair with his college buddies, and he brought back some goldfish. Oh boy, not this again! And he goes, "Oh no, these live for like 4 or 5 years." I said, "No, they don't, dude. They don't live 4 or 5 years.
That's funny. I actually had, I was in Connecticut, and the irony is I can't find brown bear, but a big black bear appeared at my house. I brought some video of it. I was sitting at my house, and this, which I think is a rather large black bear. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
Have you seen that before?
I've seen some. I went for a run on a trail in the forest and came upon a black bear. This was.
Did you yourself large?
No, I mean, I know that's what you're supposed to do. I just, I saw him from a distance. I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to back up.
It's Dog Week here, right?
I do know.
The Dog Days of Summer here.
Yes.
We had this corgi on yesterday. It was Maxine. Did you know about this Maxine?
I do know.
7 million followers across all social platforms. We did a little viral video yesterday.
Wow.
So...
corgis are cool. The Queen Elizabeth loved corgis, of course.
Yes. So Kelly was getting her nails done yesterday, it takes a little time. I know I've got the TV for like 3 hours.
Right.
So I was going to watch sports in the afternoon. I was watching ESPN. I was all over it. I fell asleep, and I woke up to what I thought was a fever dream. And I'm looking at ESPN, and they have this corgi races.
Wow.
That's me. That's my.
We have the same reaction.
Yeah. He's still going.
Well, that's funny because last night you texted me a video of this saying all it said was corgi races, and I thought, we're doing corgi races today. And I was like, okay.
I'm into it. You're like, I'm up for that.
I was like, do we ride them? How do we have little tiny saddles?
Those little legs just keep going and going and going. Listen, I love a corgi. I never owned a corgi, but I love a corgi. But I think about it, and when they're walking along, they're walking along the ground, you're like, I feel a certain way about it. Like, it must take a lot of effort.
You're worried that they pick up dirt.
A lot. That could be a thing. Hey, listen, you had a dog.
Yes, my first dog was Molly, who was a Welsh Springer Spaniel.
A what?
A Welsh Springer Spaniel.
So, I'm going to tell the story.
You tell the story.
So he would bring this dog over, and Molly had
the sweetest dog in the world.
Sweetest. May she rest in peace.
Yes.
She's a sweet, sweet dog. And, she had this condition. She had dry eye.
She had some sort of an eye condition where she stopped being able to
hear, which is very painful for a dog and also for people. And so the veterinarian, the doctors put in a saliva gland.
As far as my understanding of this was, the vet connected Molly's saliva gland to her eyes.
Yeah, so it would
so her saliva
would
lubricate her eyes.
And then when you bring it over our house and I was cooking steak,
she would salivate and water would come pouring out of her eyes. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I was like, is this medically sound? Like, is this?
Now, I didn't have a dog. Well, we had a dog, but I found this very, very funny. And so when I said, let's give her some food and see what happens.
I was like, this is a medical condition. This is not.
But I love that dog.
Animal abuse.
But when she would eat, her face would pour out. She would get really wet.
Yes.
I mean, it was
But at least her eyes weren't dry.
Her eyes were not dry. And she lived for many years, and she had a great life. She was an amazing dog.
And she was a beautiful dog.
She was
beautiful, beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Listen, one of our viewers says she knows it's Dog Week, and she wanted to introduce you to her handsome dog, her boy Cooper Anderson.
Oh wow!
All right.
Oh, that's nice.
Says, can you see the resemblance?
Let's see.
Put it side by side next to his face.
I do. Yeah.
Where?
Well, I don't. I see. I don't know. We both have unusually white faces and very pale. I actually have had a number of people named pets after me, which I'm very honored by. I once got there's a lot of people who have cats that look like me. I think we have some photos. That's that's one that's just been out there.
Yes,
I actually actually, on Instagram, I follow a cat called the Little Hunker, and that's a little hunker. I sort of see. I sort of see that.
Yeah, you're very feline. You have some feline
Over there. Oh,
characteristics.
Wait, well, let me look at.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go.
There you go. Just open your eyes a little bright. There you go. Hey, do you eat mushrooms?
Do I eat
Do you
mushrooms?
like mushrooms?
Like psychedelics?
I actually no, I don't.
You're a mushroom.
I'm a picky eater, so I will not say this from.
You mean like psychedelics? Figured this is gonna take forever. Oh my god.
There's a lot of people who have cats that look like me. I think we have some photos. That's
yes.
that's one that's just been out there.
Yes.
I actually on Instagram I follow a cat called the Little Hunker, and that's a little hunker. I sort of see. I sort of see that.
Yeah, you're very feline. You have some feline
Over there. Oh,
characteristics.
Wait, well, let me look at.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go.
There you go. Just open your eyes a little bright. There you go. Hey, do you eat mushrooms?
Do I eat
Do you
mushrooms?
like mushrooms?
I actually no, I don't.
You're a mushroom.
I'm a picky eater, so I will not say this from my children because I'm trying to get. They eat mushrooms, so I'm thrilled about that. But yeah, no, I don't.
Okay, well, in Minnesota,
I find mushrooms interesting. They're like weird, freaky
well,
things.
they're fungus.
Yes,
Yeah.
apparently,
Yeah, because it's
So I've read.
growing out like in weird.
Yeah, and I've read like they're connected somehow. They're all talking to each other. I don't know. It's very strange to me. I'm very suspicious.
What's that movie?
I'm very.
The Last of Us.
All right, so let me just correct you there, Mr. Mark Consuelos. You just said they're fungus. Well, actually, they're fungi. If you had one mushroom, it would be a fungus. But once you introduce they, the word they suggests there are more than one, which would introduce a plural. Therefore, you would use the plural form of fungus, which is fungi. So you do not say that they are fungus. They are fungi. It is a fungus. One mushroom is a fungus. Multiple mushrooms are fungi. It is a fungus. I had one mushroom. It was a fungus. I had many mushrooms. They are fungi. So, simple fourth grade English grammar. Maybe pay attention to school. Obviously, kids don't pay attention to school. Just don't. You don't need it.
They're fungus.
Yes,
Yeah,
apparently,
Yeah, because it's
So I've read.
growing out like in weird.
Yeah, and I've read like they're connected somehow. They're all talking to each other. I don't know. It's very strange to me. I'm very suspicious.
What's that movie?
I'm very.
The Last of Us. The Last of
was
Us.
the last one, but there's a
Yes.
documentary called like Fantastic Fungi, which I haven't watched. I started and I'm like,
Do they have feelings? These mushrooms.
They're talking. They're communicating behind
I
my
think
back.
people are eating mushrooms and then writing stuff about that.
Well, that's very possible.
Yeah.
But you should not.
You should be very careful. Of
Yes. Why? My son has just discovered mushrooms, and because they come up a lot in Connecticut, and I'm like, don't touch mushrooms. Like we've had this whole conversation about them.
Don't eat the mushrooms. Anyway, in Minnesota, they're cracking down because people are going crazy foraging for mushrooms.
Huh?
Yeah.
I find that seems like a recipe for disaster. Because like who knows? Who knows what you're getting?
I mean, there's certain ones that the hen of the woods are pretty easy to tell.
Some disguise themselves.
Kelly.
I would not have any confidence. If somebody in a restaurant was like, I foraged these like in the yard behind the restaurant.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
But Kelly was taking a walk yesterday, and she sent this to us today, and for you and me on the show today.
It's penises. Oh, I'm sorry. They are peni.
Those are mushrooms.
It is a penis. They are peni. Of course, Mark would say, oh, look, they are penis. Right?
Kelly would.
Mushrooms are fungus. They are fungus. Mushrooms, they are fungus. They are penis. No, they are penises. I just don't, Kelly's got one dirty, sick sense of humor. I mean, she's a dirty girl. You could tell she's always loved jokes as a girl and a teenager, probably talking about dicks and vaginas and stuff. She's probably the type of girl in high school that would like, if her and her friends were walking down the street and they saw like a cute guy at the mall or something. Kelly's probably the one that would look at her friend and be like, I wonder what his dick looks like. She's a big fan of phallic-shaped objects, huh?
In a restaurant was like, I foraged these.
Like if you guys were making a salad at home and she had a cucumber, would she like look at you and like grab the cucumber and start like stroking it like for a few seconds, just like a funny little ha-ha? She likes dirty stuff like that, huh? Dirty girl, dirty girl. At least you know where your kids get it from, because it's not you. You just lay down and say, do what you want to me.
Easy to tell.
Some disguise themselves.
I'll lay down, you bounce on me, baby.
I would not have any confidence. If somebody in a restaurant was like, I foraged these in the yard behind the restaurant.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't eat it. Yeah. But Kelly was taking a walk yesterday, and she sent this to us today, and for you and me on the show today.
He's watching.
Those are mushrooms.
These are. She was thinking.
Are those breasts?
These are. She was thinking of us. Yeah. She was thinking of us. New York City mushrooms.
Yeah. Those feel like downtown mushrooms.
Yeah. I'd say those are more Bushwick.
Yeah. You might find those in a shop. Yeah.
Hey, listen, this week
next to a tattoo parlor.
and a vape shop.
Yes. Of which how many vape CBD shops are there now in New York?
There's more than Dwayne Reed.
Oh my God, it's gone nuts.
Yeah.
Is this necessary? I mean, I don't want to hurt an industry, but I mean, really?
What I don't understand.
You smell this stuff now everywhere you go in New York City.
Well, here's the thing. You walk by a construction site at 7:30 in the morning, they're getting ready for work.
Yes, they're getting ready for work. Which,
I'm like, hey, you're going to build that? I want to say to them, you're going to do that and then build this?
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I know. Like if they were drinking like 40s or drinking like just a big tall boy.
The amount of
Yeah,
weed
but
I
beer
smell
and
in the
marijuana
morning,
is not the same thing at
going
all,
with
you
my
stupid
kids
dumb
around.
fuck.
It's incredible, like before work. And
You can't compare 40 of fucking liquor, malt liquor, to
To
weed.
each his own.
I guess.
Listen, last week we lost Tony Bennett.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw a 60 Minutes piece you did with him.
It was among the most incredible. I was able to spend. Tony Bennett had 3 final concerts at the age of 95 with Lady Gaga here in Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
And so I did his family, Susan, his wife, his son, Danny, allowed me to do a profile for 60 Minutes following him in the lead up to these concerts. And I got to go to Tony Bennett's house and, in the months leading up to this,
Was he showing
with
signs
him,
of Alzheimer's?
watch him rehearse, which was among the most incredible experiences of my life because, Tony Bennett was 95 at the time, or 94 at the time, had very late stage Alzheimer's, was unable really to communicate the way he had been even a year or so before. So for an interview, I would ask there were very basic questions I would ask, and he could respond to a few things, but he had no idea who I was. And a lot of it was done, talking was done to his wife, Susan, who is his incredible caregiver. But when he was practicing in his apartment with his piano player played just a couple chords of a song. Suddenly Tony Bennett comes alive, runs over to the piano, puts his elbow on the piano, and does an hour-long set completely from memory. No music, no prompts, no the piano player saying, this is Cole Porter. None of that. Just a couple of I don't know, what do you call them? Bars.
Chords.
And he would launch
Chords.
into the
They're called
song.
chords.
And he did this for an hour straight. And while this was happening, I was across the piano from him, and he was performing, and he was looking at me, and there was recognition in his eyes. Even though I knew he didn't know who I was, he knew who he was. In that moment, he knew he was Tony Bennett. He knew every song he had ever sung. and he knew that Tony Bennett performs, and he wasn't just singing; he was performing to me because I was the audience.
Of
And
all the
I
cool-
literally,
yeah,
I
of all the-
cried while he played this Frank Sinatra song, One for the Road, like Set 'Em Up Joe, which is a song my mom had sung to me in the final week of her life. I mean, it was the most, and to be there at Radio City Music Hall for his last performance, I'm backstage with him, and we have cameras backstage with him. He doesn't know where he is. He he knew he was going to be doing concerts, but he'd forgotten. So he's backstage at Radio City with Susan. He says, she's like, we're at Radio City. He's like, what am I doing? And she's like, you're going to do 10 songs. He goes, what songs? And so she's like, here's the playlist. He goes, great. He goes backstage, Gaga's on stage, and when he hears the music, same thing happens. He starts to like tap his foot, and you can just see, and he's like backstage watching her like, wow. He goes out, she comes off, he goes out, he does his set. It's incredible. But all during the rehearsals, Lady Gaga didn't know he never said Lady Gaga's name. Lady Gaga didn't know if Tony knew who she was or remembered her name. The final show, and for both two nights when she came out on stage, he would just go, wow, look who it is. Yeah. The last night, he's on the stage. She comes out for their final duets together. He turns to her, he goes, wow, Lady Gaga. Wow. And she just like burst out. Everybody. I mean, it was the most incredible experience. And his wife, Susan, and his son, Danny, was his manager. Anybody out there who, has had a loved one who has Alzheimer's, the stress, the burden on caregivers is extraordinary on family members. And they did an incredible job with that.
Well, of all the cool things you've done,
Oh my God,
incredible. Hey, I'm glad you told that story. Such a great story. We have a huge show today. We have Chef Michael Symon is here.
Also, Dog Days this summer, we continue with a look at some of the best dog ratings from our staff and our viewers.
All right, you know what time it is, right?
The Brighten Your Day trivia?
Yes. It's time for live Brighten Your Day trivia.
Trivia dancer Alyssa Prouty from Michigan. She's really good.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's say hello to Mindy Hill from Ellenboro, North Carolina, who watches the show on WSOC. Hey, good morning. How are you, Mindy?
She looks like the villain in a Glass Onion movie. Well, now we're
Good morning. How are you, Mindy?
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Trivia dancer Alyssa Prouty from Michigan. She's really good.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's say hello to Mindy Hill from Ellenboro, North Carolina, who watches the show on WSOC. Hey, good morning. How are you, Mindy? All right. Mindy, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. All right, we're playing a game here, right?
Yes.
You've given us two statements. One is true and one is false. Anderson and I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump us, you're going to win this. All right.
That's quite a graphic you created.
I'm very competitive,
You
Anderson.
spent a lot of money on that graphic. This show is really up this game.
Yeah, it really is. Not only that, I'm on a bit of a winning streak.
Are you really?
Oh,
You've
yeah.
been able, you're like the truth detector.
Well, oh yeah, or the BS detector. We'll decide which one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here are your two statements. My first date with my husband was at the Social Security office, or I have 4 degrees from 3 different universities.
Wow.
You can ask any questions you like.
Where was the Social Security office?
It was in
It was
Shelby,
in your
North
mother's
Carolina.
house.
Okay.
Here we go. Taking forever. My first impression guess has 4 degrees from 3 different universities. Oh, really? First day with my husband at the Social Security. I just think what percentage of people have 4 degrees from 3 universities? Not a lot. And how many people, if they had to think of a lie, would think that my husband and I had our first date at a Social Security office? That's a good lie. That doesn't seem like a lie most people are going to think of. I think the truth is that you and your husband had your first date at the Social Security office, and that 4 degrees is a lie. Lie. Truth. And I'm going to lock it in right now. I don't even need any clues. Motherfucker. But this guy's going to ask all the clues. He's going to ask all these clues and get it wrong. I don't need any clues, and I'm going to get it right.
Social Security office.
It was in Shelby, North Carolina.
Okay. What'd you do on your first date?
Well, we had to go to the Social Security office because my wallet got stolen, and my husband, all he had was his military ID at the time.
Okay. And what are your 4 degrees?
Well, let's see. I have a sociology degree, I have a history degree, a teaching degree, and a social work degree.
From which universities?
University of North Carolina, Asheville, and Gardner-Webb University, and Appalachian State University.
I mean, they could both be true. I believe both. Can both be true? You're good.
Yes.
You are good.
Did you practice? Did you go into any of those fields?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Are we out of time?
We're out of time.
Great question.
Okay.
We're out of time.
I think she has
I have a whole
3
bunch of questions.
degrees
Well, ask one more.
or 4 degrees from 2 universities.
Ask one more. What's your, you have another question? One more.
Wait, what were the degrees you said you had?
That's
I have a sociology degree, a history degree,
What history did you study?
Well, it's a generalized history, but I focused on British history.
Okay. I think the Social Security office.
Okay. You think that's true?
Am I allowed to? Go ahead. Social Security office.
Okay. We think you went on a first date with your husband at the Social Security office.
Is that true?
Yes, I did.
Told you.
Exciting?
I didn't need any clues, and I got that shit right.
It's exciting, right? Wait, that means she didn't win the money? Are you kidding me? She lied. That's the game. No. That's the game. Can I give her my mug? You can do whatever you want.
So wait a minute. So are you saying that you misunderstood? You thought that for us to help her win the mug, we had to get it right? Well, then it'd be too easy for us to cheat. They could just be like, the truth is that I have 15 fingers. And then we'd be like, that's a lie. You're right. So you're telling me you would have done what Ryan and Kelly, what Ryan and Kelly did is that they would pick which one they think was the truth and then say the opposite, and they try to lose on purpose. So if you could go back in time, you think that the Social Security is the truth, you would have guessed the other one. You would have said that 4 degrees is the truth and tried to get the wrong one on purpose. If you really feel that bad, we'll get her information and you could purchase a mug for her and mail it to her. But I will let you know that you will be paying for the mug. So you could go back. So you want to rewind and change your answer because you would have lost on purpose because you're one of those people.
She lied.
That's the game. No. That's the game.
Can I give her my mug?
You can do whatever you want. If you want to play participation sports, you can play that. I don't play participation sports. But she is like, read that.
Oh, well, I get to read this. All right. You didn't win a mug, which I think is not right. But you have a chance, and we hope you'll win a more valuable prize. Deja is going to... I like that game, though. All right. You're playing... I think is not right, but you have a chance, and we hope you'll win a more valuable prize. Deja is going to... All right. You're playing for a trip to Los Establos Boutique Inn in Panama. 8 days, 7 nights in a premium suite, including 3 meals daily, 1 excursion per day, value $9,000. You have 20 seconds and only one guess.
All right, Ellen. All right, Mindy, I'm sorry. We do hope you win this one. All right. On yesterday's show,
You sure?
we talked with Kenya Moore. What subject did we say Kenya Moore majored in?
Psychology.
I'm sorry?
Art.
Psychology.
Oh,
Psychology.
No, it was psychology.
Got you,
It was
motherfucker.
psychology.
Two.
Oh, my God. This
Fill
is
in the
emotional
blank all day. Motherfucker.
I mean, the show used to be a cakewalk, and now it's like
Regis would be rolling in his grave.
duty here. I mean, all right. Sorry. Be a cakewalk, and now it's like
Oh, did he say God damn? He must have
duty
swore.
here. I mean, all right. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
You suck at life.
Read all the disappointment cards. You are still going to receive a $500 Eventbrite cash gift card, and you will now be entered into a grand prize drawing for $5,000. Okay. Wow. All right. Come up next. Michael Symon.
Still ahead on Live. We continue Dog Days of Summer Week with a look at some of the best dog greetings from our staff and viewers. We'll open up the inbox to hear your comments and questions. Coming up next, Chef Michael Symon.
2000. Hilke Window was recognized by Window and Door magazine as one of the top manufacturers of windows in the USA.
For a limited time only, buy one, get one window for 50% off, 25% off patio doors. Many financing options available with no money down.
I got you. Hey, welcome back. On tomorrow's show, Craig Ferguson will be here.
Also, rapper Big Boy.
And the Dog Days of Summer Week continues with summer safety tips.
Food influencer Friday. Is that a word?
That is.
Influencer Friday International Edition continues with a recipe from Mexico.
Yep. All right. So he's one of America's most accomplished chefs, a best-selling author, the host of the Food Network's Barbecue USA. Please welcome Michael Symon. Did you see Anderson take that mug away from that nice lady in Carolina?
You know, he seems like such a loving man, but obviously slightly aggressive.
Yeah.
I like that you allowed me one extra question to steal the mug back.
You knew, because
had I known, by the way, I would have rigged the whole thing, and I would have guessed the 4 universities.
Yeah. All right. Well, next time.
We digress. How's your summer been?
It's been pretty good. Traveling a little bit. We've been filming a bit in Los Angeles and New York, so back and forth quite a bit. But summer's been great.
Do you spend a lot of time, like foraging for food, like mushrooms?
I mean, the photos of the mushrooms that Kelly sent were lovely.
Yes.
I have before. It's tricky though, because there's a lot of mushrooms that, like, there's real morel mushrooms, which are very expensive and delicious, and then there's full morel mushrooms that will put you in the hospital and maybe kill you.
Right.
So, and they look almost exactly the same.
I don't recommend foraging.
No,
but you garden a lot.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Talk to you about cilantro.
Do you like it?
I want to talk to you. We have an herb garden.
Sentence, by the way, I have never spoken.
Would you like?
Oh, just wait.
Just big cilantro. So here's what happens. What did it go to seed on you very quickly?
Yes.
All right. So
it grew. It was this tall.
I'm a big gardener, and cilantro, when it starts the hot nights,
you know this?
It goes to seed very quickly. You know what?
I'm not a foodie. I'm the worst person.
Do you like salsa?
Sure. Yeah,
It's
in there.
the green stuff.
Okay. All right, got it.
It's a very herbaceous herb, citrusy notes. It's delightful. But some people can't stand it. It's
just like a detergent to them.
You're born with it. It either tastes like soap or tastes like magic.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
But yeah, when on the warm nights it starts to turn to seed, and then be careful though, Mark, because when the seeds blow, next year you will have cilantro everywhere in your yard.
Yeah, they were very, very tall.
Yeah.
So was it too late to cut them?
No, you could cut them down.
You started working in restaurants when you were a kid.
Yeah, very long. 13.
Wow. What was your first job in a restaurant?
I worked at a restaurant in Cleveland, Ohio called Geppetto's Pizza and Ribs.
Wow.
Wait, pizza and what?
Ribs.
Wow.
So nice variety of.
I started my barbecue life very early, apparently. You know,
That's
my friend's dad owned the restaurant, and this may come as shocking news to a lot of people in America. I wasn't great in school. I was a wrestler, but not a great student, and so started working in restaurants and just kind of fell in love with it.
And you also met your wife there.
Yeah, I met Liz when I moved back from New York in 1990. I met Liz at a restaurant in Cleveland called Players. And she was that wasn't in 1990.
Was it Players or Playas?
Players. Now they just call it "Don't hate the players, hate the game." But yeah, we met there in 1990. I was hired as a cook and then became a sous chef. She was in charge of the wine program and was a manager. So she was my boss, which actually worked out perfectly for later in life because she still tells me everything to do.
And now you're a grandfather.
I am. We have 2 grandchildren. We have 4.5-year-old granddaughter Emmy, and a 1.5-year-old grandson Butchie, and that's Kyle with them. Yeah, they're really cute.
Yeah. What do they call you?
Pop.
Pop.
Pop. Yeah, the Emmy is.
Are they big? Do they like food?
Emmy is 4.5, and she houses sushi and sashimi.
Wow.
Like it's her job.
Wow.
Like it's crazy. We go out and
how do you get a child to like
see, everybody goes, oh well, you're a chef, of course they like food. Like Kai was the pickiest eater of all time, still is a picky eater.
Right.
When Emmy was 2 years old, we brought her for sushi, and we ordered it with the rice because we figured she'd want rice. And she pulled the raw fish off the rice and just started eating it, and she just loves it. She has a little bit of a list, so she always like, I love yellowtail.
Michael, we have to take a break. We'll talk more about cilantro when we come back. We're going to make a delicious new recipe from his book when we come back. Stick around.
We continue the dog days of summer.
They get it. They know how it works.
So for you, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do you see that as a blessing when you're this very talented chef and you could cook anything you want for your son, and he says, I just want a grilled cheese, or I just want spaghetti and marinara sauce, and you're like, I can make you meatballs. He's like, no, and he's not picky. Are you kind of like, oh, come on, I want to cook something good for you, son? Or are you kind of like, whew?
Like these folks did.
Are you more like, whew, thank you. Like, absolutely. You want a hot dog? You got it. Hot dog. Do you want to try a little, condiment I made? Nope. Daddy made a special sauce. Nope. I made some pickles. You want me to make a little pickle relish for you? Nope. I just want hot dog and some ketchup out of the jar. And you're like, yes.
Painful varicose veins.
You know what I mean?
If your legs ache.
It's better than having a kid that's going to say, Daddy, can I have duck fat fries, please? And you're like, what? Or you give him fries and he's like, what is this, Dad? And you're like, it's French fries. And he's like, did you use beef tallow? And you're like, no. And it's like, I don't want them, Dad.
What categories are you competing in?
I'm doing the steak.
Okay.
So it's going to be a first-time shot for me for that. I'm doing chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket for tomorrow. The team to beat this week? It's got to be me. I got to be on the list.
That was a clip from the Food Network show Barbecue USA.
Talk about the show, because I mean, you must learn things every time you go out there.
Yeah, we learn a lot every year. The coolest thing about it is, I'm a fine dining chef that then fell in love with barbecue. And so we go out and we talk to these people, and I've known a lot of them for 20, 25 years. So they really let us behind the scenes and they trust us. So it's a lot of times with barbecue, it's like, how do you make that? Well, it's a secret. It's a secret. I'm like, oh my God, enough. I taste it. I'm like, it's got coriander to it. Like, I can go through the list of it. So they really open up to us and they show us a lot of things. And they are competitions. And these are families that literally compete all year long, go from state to state to state to state to do all these barbecue guys.
What are we making today?
So we're going to make, this is for my new book, Simply Symon Suppers.
Okay.
And it's 52 weeks of like Sunday suppers.
Okay.
So basically this is what I ate for 52 weeks of the year. And then we put it into a book.
And these are ingredients anyone at home can
do. Absolutely. So I'm going to give you the bowl.
Okay.
And I know, Mark, here, Anderson, you take the bowl.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So yogurt.
Love it.
Greek yogurt. Cumin.
Never heard of it.
Whisk. Oregano. Aleppo. If you don't have Aleppo pepper, you could use a little bit of cayenne or paprika instead. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic. Have you heard of garlic?
Yes.
Okay, good. So a little bit of garlic.
Aleppo is a city in Syria to me. But
that's very good.
What's going on?
A little bit of lemon zest. And then, Mark, you could take the chunked up swordfish and throw it right in here. We're going to put in olive oil.
Ooh, I like olive oil.
And a little bit of salt and pepper.
It smells good already.
As soon as the salt goes in, Mark's getting aggressive. You can put it in the fridge, and you can let this marinate for anywhere from 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes to over 4 hours.
Wow.
All right, so that goes in the fridge. Then come over here.
All right.
So we have that marinade. Now we make the sauce. Greek yogurt. Who do you want him to win? Who do you want to win?
Sorry.
Okay, wait. Here's another good test.
That was the sauce.
No, that's the marinade.
Urfa, yeah, sure.
This is a great Middle Eastern chili that has a slight raisiny flavor to it. It's not super spicy. You want to try it? Come on.
It's nice.
Right? Scallion.
You don't like it?
It tastes like it sounds.
What's that? And a little bit of olive oil. So this is your sauce. Sauce is done. Yeah, can't get that earth off your melon. Drink some olive oil.
There you go. Taste it with a little olive oil. Now you have a little dressing in your mouth.
That was a great David Letterman moment.
All we got to do is add a little vodka. We have a
swordfish comes out, goes on the kebab. Kebabs go on the grill.
How long do they go on there for?
Till they're done, Mark. Which is about 2-3 minutes aside.
Okay.
And then we have some here that are all cooked up.
Wow.
Swordfish.
It smells good.
Yeah. And then what I like to do with it is, it's kind of the Greek in me, is this little radish cucumber salad with dill and extra virgin olive oil, that you could just
pretty.
You could just garnish it just with that, and then you could put a little bit of the sauce right on it.
You can taste it? This looks really good.
And then, and that's it. It's just super quick. And I think we have some here prepared for you guys already.
So all told, how long would this take to make?
The longest part is putting it in the fridge for a little bit. And
45
then
minutes.
once you get on the grill, you're like 7 minutes. So it's very fast. Yeah. Dip it in.
7 minutes to cook.
You can do this with swordfish, chicken.
It's going to take the average
Well,
person, I bet,
salmon.
Thank you so much.
15 to 20 minutes to make the dressing.
Oh, God, this is going to be so good.
Taste it. Come on. Taste it. Taste a little bit.
It's either going to be good or bad. Do you like it? Okay, it's good. It doesn't taste like something. You don't have the gene. Give it away. See if he spits it out. Maybe instead of brown, maybe he'll replace it with brown bear. He'll just start eating a big. He'll just start going to sleep hugging a big thing of cilantro. Oh my God.
To 815-6622.
Photos of how happy and excited your dogs are to see you after a rough day. But first, let's show you ours. Here's what I come home to. Check it out. What's going on, man? What's happening right now? This is Michael Symon's dog Norman, and he gets a little reward for saying hello. Take a look.
Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Come on. Let's go inside. Come on. Let's go inside. Come here. Come on. Let's get a treat. Let's get a treat. Let's get a treat. Gentle.
That's great. All right. Now let's check out some of the live staff with their dogs.
What you got? Hi, buddy.
Okay. Hey, listen, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to share some of your greetings. Stick around.
Tomorrow on Live, summer safety tips for your dog.
A recent tweet sparked a bit of a debate about how you should store your ketchup. It goes in the fridge.
Yes.
And you shake it up because it goes in the fridge.
Yes.
And you shake.
Come on, dude. Blow it out your ass.
Yeah, because the first squeeze is going to be water.
Next live, Outcast Big Boy from Big RV Remix. Plus, Chris Ferguson. These hands,
I heard Craig Ferguson fell off the wagon. Not only is he drinking again, but he's doing the fentanyl. He calls it cocaine, so he thinks it's okay, but
.com.
The Black Friday sale is back this Saturday at the Room Place. Get Tempur-Pedic for as low as $1 a day. Plus 2 free Dream Cloud pillows with any king or queen premium mattress. 0% financing for 5 years with free next day delivery. This Saturday only at the Room Place.
We've sent some videos of your dogs waiting not so patiently for you to come home. Here are a few. Take a look.
Yes, honey. What are you doing? We're going
Let's give them a round of applause. We'll be right back. Oh, we may have located your brown bear. We may have located the brown bear. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
If you would like to know more about anything
Michael
you
Symon
think
got
your
his thumb.
dog needs,
Let go of the leash, he just lays there. Chill dog. Respect you get from a chef. Or a chef.
So I didn't think I needed Swiffer until I saw how easily it picked up my hair every time I dried it. It only takes a minute.
Taste of Italy. Stop.
But
Oh, they're gonna do an extended version of the inbox.
Hey, welcome back to the inbox. Now, some viewers have written in. This is Lena again. Hi, Lena. Wendy from North Tonawanda, New York, says maybe this is your little brown bear.
It looks. It's not. But it. Well, actually, this is the. I don't know if we can do side by side.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. No, because this one has more of a weird, longer,
Like an aardvark.
like an aardvark almost.
All right, how about this one?
It looks
Maybe
like Alf
a Sue from
from the
North
television
Carolina
show.
says, could this be the teeny beanie baby cashew bear?
No.
This is the emotional roller coaster I went on as well.
All right, one more. Here we go. Is this it? Is this it? A little guy on Etsy.
But the nose,
Different color,
there's no nose.
But
This one's got a black nose.
I could paint it brown.
Yes.
Maybe.
All right, here we go. Here's another one. Anderson, maybe it's not your little brown bear, but little brown moose.
Okay,
Getting closer. Getting closer. Could this be the brown bear? This is from Tony from Manapalin.
I appreciate the effort on that one, but no.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Okay.
the hair's kind of.
The color's
The
getting
fur's
old.
kind of
Getting
the same.
closer. How
No,
about
this is too
this one?
big.
From Michelle.
Oh, that's a really cute one.
Too big.
But yeah, no.
Oh, no.
It's got this unusual beady eyes and
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Kelly wrote in and said Lola is on the case.
All right.
She's looking.
Lola's gonna
Well, if
find it.
anyone finds it, please reach out to me either here or on Instagram at
Stop looking
Instagram.
for
We'll be
bears.
right back.
They're looking for like.
Tomorrow and live from the new series Big RV Remix, rapper Big Boy.
Poshmark is the perfect side hustle. There's so much I can sell. Bags, clothes, and even electronics. It's so easy. I can list in 60 seconds or less. I can't imagine a better side hustle.
So it's like eBay or an online garage sale, but for like fancy, luxurious, posh things. Like you're not going to sell like your Rolling Stones t-shirt. Designer stuff, foo-foo stuff.
Welcome back to the inbox.
Look at that, no guests. These shows are really terrible without any guests.
Hey, welcome back to the inbox. Any news on the
I was searching for earlier pictures of this is not a very good shot. It's just it's the back side.
He's mooning you.
Stephanie
Well,
from East
that tracks
Vermont,
because you like checking out
Massachusetts
asses,
says, when my son was little,
Anderson.
he lost his favorite teddy bear. We got him a new one and told him that it was Teddy's brother.
Okay.
That's a
worked.
idea.
He believed in the
Lainey
crisis.
from Orlando, Florida says, take the picture and find a really good seamstress and have them make the bear exactly like the photo.
That's like a $10,000 bear.
No, won't.
Yeah.
No, my
And
cost.
she says, if that doesn't work, get Brown Bear's cousin and come up with Brown Bear cousin story, and Cousin Brown Bear can replace real Brown Bear.
Sounds like a good
The
idea.
seamstress should be able to do it. Might cost you
Somebody
$1,000,
sent
but
a
that's fine.
competing mushroom picture for Kelly's mushroom picture.
Oh, it looks like titties.
Hey, listen,
They look like chicken thighs.
I am missing out on a whole world of sexy food.
It's called Wiki Fungus.
Yeah. This was going on in our gardens in the
Hey,
wilderness.
tonight there's a new episode of Generation Gap hosted by Kelly, and her dad's on the show. So check that out. Anderson, check out Anderson and Anderson Cooper 360 weeknights on CNN. Thank you so much. This has been very nice. Will you come back and do it again? Hey, tomorrow, Greg Ferguson, Big Boy, Summer of Dogs, Safety Tip, and Thursday, Wednesday, Friday continues with the rest of it from Men's Pickup. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for season 1, episode 74 from the Dog Days of Summer Week. Oh, no. Don't you stop. I knew it. I fucking knew it. See what happens when I try to save time and I try to hurry up.
And accessories, half off. Everything store-wide, everything chain-wide.
Demi Lovato doing That's for Lover's Lane. That was the end of season 1, episode 74.
Fiesta del Sol.
July 20th.
Season 1, episode 74 from July 27th, I want to say, with Anderson Cooper, not Wes Anderson, as the guest host. And I hope Lola finds that bear. If not, don't look for a bear. Look for an aardvark, an armadillo, or elf. Or just look for brown mini stuffed animals. Don't even specify it and see what comes up.
Have another fan.
Okay. ¿Dónde estás? Bueno. Mira, yo encuentro.
Maybe this is your little brown bear?
All right, from July 27th, 2023. Thank you, Chef Michael Symon, for teaching us how to make that dish, teaching us about cilantro and the magic gene. For everyone that watched, thank you for liking and disliking. Smash all the buttons again and ring your ding-a-dong and send me some raids and subs. And may God bless Robin Williams.
July 27th, and the view starts live right now.
The president's son, Hunter Biden's plea deal collapses in federal court. So what happened?
This was a sweetheart deal. It was corrupt.
All of the hot topics on your mind are on the table. From politics
The 81-year-old Republican leader appeared to freeze mid-sentence.
to everything America's talking about right now.
Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
non-human.
Plus, Beto O'Rourke. The ladies get...
Fog.
Can't we just take a direct flight?
There's no changes. The terms were very clear as part of a promotion for a new website called Tickets.plane.
Tickets.plane.
I have a showing
That's
right down
not
the
a
street.
new. That's not a site. All right, you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Here we go. We'll just put this in here. Kelly likes phallic-shaped foods and has sex. All right, that's going to be it. Make sure to watch the other episodes, past, present, future. You know the drill. My loyal followers, you've seen it enough. Enjoy the rest of your week or weekend, night or day, wherever you are, because I get viewers from all around the world. Till next time, I'm Phil in the Blanc. And remember, you can't stick a foot up your ass, but you can stick a foot up my ass, and I'd love it. Here.